Imagine this for a second. You're deep in some massive online game, right? You're standing there face to face with, like, the ultimate evil, the devourer of souls, the big bad guy.
Right. The final boss.
Exactly. Your heart should be pounding. You should be, coordinating, getting ready for the fight of your life.
Sweating, probably.
Totally.
Yeah.
But instead, you're taking a selfie.
A selfie. With the boss.
Yeah, like a full group photo, and the boss is just standing there, waiting, patiently.
Okay, that's different.
Or, get this, maybe you're earning legendary top-tier gear. Not by slaying dragons or anything epic. No, you're earning it by, farming little pigs.
In the starting zone.
In the starting zone. It just flips everything upside down, doesn't it? How these worlds are supposed to work.
And not just, casual pig farming. We're talking weeks of dedicated pig farming.
Mm-hmm.
All to buy gear that in any other game would take months of intense raiding, difficult content.
That's a complete reversal.
Yeah, it totally inverts how we think about player progression, achievement, everything we've known in online games for, decades.
It's absolutely fascinating. So welcome, everyone, to a deep dive into a brand new game. It just launched August 1st, 2025. It's called HappyLand.
HappyLand.
And look, this isn't just another MMO. It feels more like a social experiment. It's definitely a deliberate shift. It just defies every single expectation about what an online world should be. It's built on this really radical idea of, peace, accessibility, and believe it or not, zero drama.
Zero drama in an MMO.
That's bold. It's definitely an anomaly, something that really deserves a closer look.
For sure.
Because when you start digging into the design decisions behind HappyLand, it becomes really clear the developers were actively trying to challenge the norms, especially those ideas around what actually keeps players engaged, what builds community, what drives motivation. Their goal seems to have been a world where competition is just completely different, redefined.
And progress feels almost absurdly different.
Radically different, yeah. And that's exactly what we're doing today. We're going to unpack the most surprising, maybe the most radical design choices in HappyLand.
Okay.
We want to explore what these choices mean for the player experience, how it actually feels to play, and really what it all says about the definition of an MMO itself.
Right, the fundamentals.
We'll uncover how they built this world where danger is basically optional, where effort is kind of negotiable, and where even the big, scary villains are, they're surprisingly polite.
Polite villains. Okay, I'm intrigued.
You'll see HappyLand systematically subverts all the classic stuff. Combat, progression, even the role of the bad guys, and the result. It's less like an epic war saga and much more like a cozy campfire chat.
A cozy MMO.
Yeah. It's this unique paradox, a game called HappyLand, that basically rewrites the rules of conflict and achievement online.
Okay, let's get into it. Where do we start?
We have to start with the most immediate, the most honestly baffling feature. The aggro paradox. It's the first thing that makes you go, wait, what?
Yes. This is where HappyLand immediately just throws the rulebook out. The core concept. Enemies. Even the biggest, scariest end-game villains.
Yeah.
They have zero aggro range.
Zero.
Now, for anyone maybe less familiar, aggro is basically how enemies decide who to attack, right?
Yeah.
You get too close, you hit them, they focus on you. That's aggro.
Standard stuff.
But in HappyLand, nope.
Yeah.
Enemies just don't attack you randomly. You can stroll right past some world-ending horror in the highest level zone.
And nothing happens.
It just ignores you. Well, not ignore you, probably sees you, but it just doesn't care enough to start a fight unless you deliberately make it happen.
That's completely wild. We've heard from players people describing taking a literal family reunion photo right next to the final boss.
No.
Seriously, picture it. The ultimate evil, the guy you're supposed to defeat, just standing there like a wax figure, while the whole party lines up for a selfie.
So much for immersion.
Exactly. It feels less like a dangerous world and more like a theme park with foam weapons. The devourer of souls who wants to eat your essence is just a backdrop for your vacation photos.
And it gets even weirder, apparently. Sources say these bosses, like the devourer of souls, they still do the whole menacing dialogue thing.
Oh, they talk the talk.
Oh, yeah. Big booming voice. I shall devour your souls and leave only ash behind. Stuff like that. They might even turn towards you, look all threatening.
Okay, so it seems like a fight is coming.
Right. But here's the twist. They will only attack if a player deals a pretty significant chunk of damage, like 5% of its total health.
5%. That's quite a bit just to get started.
It really is.
Yeah.
So the boss isn't this terrifying threat. It's more like, one source called it a bouncer at a haunted house.
Oh, yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah. They make noise, look scary, but you have to really go out of your way to actually pick a fight. They're like actors waiting for their cue.
So basically, you're signing a consent form before you even fight. It's like a pop-up. Do you wish to engage the Eternal Flame Beast? Yes, no, just browsing the zone for herbs.
Pretty much. It removes all the spontaneity, right? All
Yeah.
the actual threat, any sense of unexpected danger.
Yeah.
You're totally in control of whether combat happens.
Which is just miles away from traditional MMOs.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Think back to older MMOs, even some modern ones.
Yeah.
Just being seen by a random mob in a high-level zone, that could mean instant death.
Oh, yeah. The fear was real, running for your life from a slightly too strong boar.
Exactly. That tension, that constant awareness, being one shot by a skeleton was a real possibility. It shaped everything, how you moved, how you prepped.
And your entire relationship with the world.
Right. But in HappyLand, if you take away that fear, that risk of getting jumped, what did that do to the immersion, to the feeling of danger?
Does the world feel less alive if it only reacts when you poke it with a stick?
It's a great question. Does it become less of a world and more of an interactive museum? The stakes just feel gone, in the traditional sense anyway.
It really makes you think about player psychology, doesn't it? Do we need that risk, that potential for failure, to feel truly engaged? Or is this super chill approach what some people actually want?
It definitely caters to a certain play style. Maybe players who want relaxation, socialization, collecting stuff without the stress. HappyLand leans hard into that comfort zone.
Yeah, player comfort over everything else. No adrenaline rush, just calm.
The challenge shifts.
Yeah.
It's not about surviving. It's about finding things to do in this super safe sandbox.
Okay, so the danger is gone. Let's talk about the stuff, the gear, the loot, because HappyLand flips that script too, turning the epic quest into something more like a fantasy Etsy simulator.
That's a fantastic way to put it, because the core idea here is that all gear, and I mean everything, even the ultimate endgame legendary items, the high warlords, gray tags of infinite power kind of stuff.
You're the best of the best.
Right. It's all available for in-game gold.
Just buy it. No raiding, no killing gods.
Nope. Just need the cash. It completely bypasses the usual combat grind that defines, well, almost every other MMO.
Which leads to some really weird player behavior, right? Like the pig farming thing.
Yeah, the pig farming phenomenon. We heard about someone, a player, who just stayed in the starting zone for weeks, farming little pigs, gathering basic herbs.
Why?
Their goal, to save up enough gold to just buy that legendary gear. It makes boars before bosses a totally legitimate way to get powerful.
Forget epic quests, just skin more pigs.
That's wild. And the developers, they seem totally fine with it, encouraging it even. We saw these satirical patch notes floating around, but they actually reflect the real game design.
Like what?
Things like legendary gear now available for gold, or starting zone pigs now, officially viable income source. There's supposedly even an achievement called Swine Mogul.
Seriously?
Yeah, and a special title if you haven't left the starter zone in a week. The Boar Lord.
The Boar Lord. Oh my god.
It's like they're actively validating this super passive, non-combat way to progress, telling players, yeah, go ahead, farm those pigs, it works.
So you end up with this bizarre gear equality. You've got the heroic adventurer, slayer of gods.
Right, smells like ash and glory.
Holding the same legendary axe as their buddy who, well, skinned 12,000 pigs and sold mushrooms.
Who probably smells like bacon and wet moss.
Exactly. They're equally powerful on paper, but their journeys, their identities in the game, couldn't be more different. What does that do to the feeling of accomplishment?
It has to devalue it, right?
Yeah.
If the ultimate gear, the symbol of your greatest achievements, is just a commodity you can buy after enough repetitive low-level tasks.
It democratizes power, sure, but maybe it cheapens it too.
Yeah, if the path of least resistance gets you the same reward as the most challenging path, why take the hard road? Why bother with bosses when boars pay the bills for the same axe?
Good point. And the loot itself. This is where it gets even crazier. Dupes of love. What is that?
Okay, so get this. Not only does all gear, even legendaries, have a 100% drop rate.
100%. No RNG.
Zero RNG.
Yeah.
You kill the boss, you get the loot. Guaranteed. But wait, there's more. There's also a chance for the item to drop a clone of itself.
Duplicate. Instantly.
Instantly. You get the item, and maybe you get a second identical one right alongside it.
Why?
That's the million gold question. It takes abundance to this absurd extreme. We heard this example about a sentient wedding ring of undying love.
Okay, sounds unique. Story item?
Supposedly. A symbol of a unique bond. But because of dupes of love, you can get multiple copies.
Oh.
Which means players can, propose to multiple NPCs with the same supposedly unique ring.
Oh, no.
Leading to dialogue like, wait, didn't you give me this already? And the player's just like, nope, this one's shinier. Totally different ring.
That completely breaks the idea of unique items.
Totally. It turns the whole loot system into, as one source put it, a loot piñata at a toddler's birthday party.
Oh.
Everyone gets everything all the time. You're drowning in copies.
If everything's abundant, is anything valuable? Does getting your 10th legendary sword feel good?
It must lead to a weird kind of apathy, right? And the developers apparently had this satirical blog post explaining it.
Let me guess. Grinding bad, clicking good.
Pretty much. Grinding is hard, clicking is easy, duplicating is love. That was the line.
Duplicating is love. Wow.
Their goal, they say, is empowering players by removing randomness and effort, ensuring gear equality policy, so the pig farmer looks just as fabulous as the world slayer.
Okay. So gear is easy, danger is non-existent. What about player interaction? Conflict. PvP.
Well, that's been HappyLandified too. Imagine battlegrounds, big player versus player zones in most MMOs.
Right. Capture the flag, team deathmatch, that kind of thing.
In HappyLand, there's no killing.
No killing in a battleground. What do?
You fight in gathering and crafting.
You craft fight.
Apparently, they call it non-lethal resource Olympics. Victory isn't about combat. It's about which team gathers more stuff or crafts more items faster.
Okay. But what about fighting over the resources, the mines, the herbs?
Nope, they don't even despawn.
They don't despawn.
Never. So 100 people can get 100 roses from a single rose bush. The rose bush is eternal and fair to all.
An infinite rose bush. Okay. So competition isn't even for the resources themselves.
It's purely about the speed of gathering and crafting. Who can click the fastest, basically.
So how do you win? And what do you get?
You win by outgathering or outcrafting the other team within the time limit. But here's the best part. Both teams get exactly same rewards.
Wait, the same rewards, win or lose?
Exactly the same. The winning team just gets a quick 3-second victory animation and maybe some participation laurels. That's it.
So it's literally a bake-off with swords.
That's a perfect analogy. You're not worried about getting killed. You're worried the other team is crafting faster or that midfield is overrun with lavender. They're rushing the embroidery tent.
Oh my goodness. The stress is just different.
Yeah, totally different. It's not PvP. It's player versus crafting table. The intensity is about efficiency, not combat. Are you making enough soup bowls? That's the meta.
It really makes you question what competitive even means in this context.
Absolutely. Is it winning or just participating nicely?
And if battlegrounds are like that, what about duels? One-on-one fights.
Oh, the duels are something else.
Yes.
So you fight someone, right? Get their health down.
Yeah. Do they die?
Kneel. When they hit 1 HP, they just stop. And then they automatically do the hug and smile emotes.
Yeah, hug you after you beat them.
They hug and smile. Every time.
So dueling isn't about winning. It's like a
therapeutic LIRP session hosted by a meditation app. That's how someone described it. The goal isn't defeating your opponent. It's apparently mutual growth or understanding each other's boundaries through hitting each other non-lethally.
This is unreal. So instead of blood, sweat, and revenge,
it's hug, giggle, maybe a sticker.
Instead of you have been defeated,
it's you are emotionally supported.
And forget angry messages after the fight.
You're probably getting thank you notes. Seriously. Someone suggested the game box should say PvP, more like player versus personal space.
Wow. Wow. It takes cozy gaming to a whole new level, almost parody level.
It really does. It prioritizes positive vibes above everything, even basic competition. It forces you to rethink what winning even is. Is it dominance or harmony?
Okay, this might be the most radical thing yet. Progression through not playing. The welcome back mail system.
Yes, this is quite something. If you don't log in for even 1 day...
Just 24 hours.
Just 24 hours. When you log back in, you get this massive in-game mail. And it's packed with resources, gold, and gear.
For free, just for taking a day off.
Yep. And the game calculates it to be worth like 4 hours what average player can accomplish by playing.
So you get rewarded significantly for not playing.
Essentially, yes. It's passive progression dialed up to 11.
It's like the game saying, hey, take it easy, we'll play for you.
Pretty much. Sources say the game literally simulates 4 hours of optimal gameplay every day you don't log in.
What does that even mean? What does it simulate?
Apparently, everything. Crafting legendary swords in your name, getting praise from NPCs for heroic deeds you didn't do, even completing quests you never picked up.
So I could log back in and find out I saved a village I've never heard of.
Or mastered blacksmithing without ever touching an anvil. It's like a subscribed daydream where productivity happens without you.
That's incredible. What happens if you don't log in for weeks?
You become an offline god. Seriously. You could come back to find you're somehow the guild master now, decked out in the absolute best gear.
Best in slot without playing.
And maybe you've accidentally married 2 NPCs via auto-wedding because your reputation went up while you were gone.
Auto-wedding.
Your character is just out there, living its best life, achieving greatness while you're doing laundry. You're just the guy who comes in occasionally to check the mailbox and feel accomplished.
It's the ultimate anti-FOMO mechanic, I guess. Fear of missing out is impossible if you get rewarded for missing out.
Exactly. It removes the grind, removes the pressure, maximum accessibility, 0 effort required.
And this extends even to the villains. You get mail from them.
That's right. It's not just loot and gold in your offline mail. You also get polite little updates from the bad guys, telling you they're still out there, being evilish.
Like what kind of updates?
Like getting a mail from Lord Malgrath, devourer of all. Subject line,
What?
Havoc status update, still evil.
You're kidding.
Nope. And the message is something like, hey, just FYI, still causing minor chaos, menacing some villagers, usual stuff. No need to rush over or anything. Hope you're well.
It's like a LinkedIn update from the forces of darkness.
Totally. Or you might get one from SewerRat, hashtag 48291, subject, it me, rat.
What does the rat say?
Yo, still in the sewers, nods some barrels, moderately inconvenient. Thought you should know. Peace.
This is amazing. The villains are just checking in politely.
It completely removes any sense of threat or urgency. They're not dangerous.
Yeah.
They're just pen pals providing status reports on their very mild evil deeds.
So you open your mailbox and it's like, the legendary sword, pile of gold, pig, farm report, note from evil lord saying hi.
Pretty much. The villains become emotionally encouraged, but mechanically irrelevant. They exist, they do their thing, but they don't actually impact you unless you decide to engage. It's a peak HappyLand.
Okay, we have to talk about the grand finale, the actual boss fights. If the villains are pen pals, what's the final battle like? You mentioned theater sounds.
Yeah, forget the epic orchestral scores, right? When you fight the big bosses, instead of that heart-pounding music, you hear sounds of people cheering and clapping like it was just some program in theater.
Like an audience?
A literal audience. The boss roars about ending the world and you hear clapping. Woo! Yeah, get him, tank! Polite coughs, popcorn rustling, someone sneezing in the back.
So you're fighting for the fate of the world to polite applause?
And commentary. The healer is trying to keep you alive, and you hear background voices going, brilliant footwork. Such stunning potion usage.
It completely breaks the fourth wall.
Totally. The boss arena isn't a hellscape. It's actually a theater. The DOS is a paid performer. You and your raid group are the lead actors.
And the audience.
NPCs, other players spectating, maybe those random pigs from the starting zone wandered in. And possibly your auto-wives.
My auto-wives and the pigs are watching me fight the final boss in a theater? Got it.
It turns the whole thing into this bizarre, whimsical performance piece.
Okay, so what happens when you actually beat the final boss? This grand warlock Mimi.
Right, Mimi. You get him down to 1% health. Does he explode? Does he curse you?
Does he?
Nope. He stops fighting, congratulates you, thanks you for saving the world, opens his treasure chest for you.
Including duplicates, I assume?
Naturally. Maybe a bonus wedding ring? And then he just politely teleports away. Says he needs to find himself or something.
So you don't kill him, you redeem him.
It's like a co-authored redemption arc. You didn't defeat evil, you hugged evil into reconsidering its life path.
Wow.
His final words are apparently amazing. Stuff like, I only wanted to be understood, you gave me that. And also 37,000 DPS during Phase 2.
He thanks you for the DPS.
And then he hands over his loot and says he's off to heal, grow, maybe become a motivational speaker.
A motivational speaker, the final boss.
Instead of melting the floor and becoming a god, Mimi just says thanks and pieces out like a polite magician.
Oh.
Surprisingly wholesome.
Wholesome is one word for it. So what about the fight itself? Was it actually hard?
Well, hard might be the wrong word. Sources say players were using weapons like kitties, mouses, puppies, and gear that hitted like wet noodles.
Wet noodles. Kittens? Why?
Apparently, for easier screen readability, to reduce visual clutter. The strategy wasn't about big damage numbers.
Let me guess. Overwhelming cuteness.
Bingo. Overwhelming cuteness and confusing amounts of wet noodle swings. It was described as a boss fight, designed by a pet cafe owner who secretly loves spreadsheets.
That's vivid.
And here's the ultimate expression of HappyLand combat. Players could apparently casually go from the keyboard, while our characters just had chilling dinner mid-battle, while Pet Mouse kept boss busy.
They had dinner mid-fight.
Pulled out a picnic basket, sat around a campfire, sipped tea, while their Pet Mouse distracted the Grand Warlock.
Okay, that's it. That's the peak.
So the new meta, it's not DPS, it's how long you can eat dinner uninterrupted while your Pet Mouse handles the boss.
Brilliant. Just brilliant in its absolute absurdity. It perfectly sums up the entire HappyLand philosophy, doesn't it?
It really does. Ultimate convenience, zero stress, maximum comfort. A totally tranquil, almost passive experience.
Which, might be exactly what some people are looking for.
It's a strong statement for sure.
So that was our journey through HappyLand, a game that really does live up to its name by just embracing peace and comfort in a way that flips MMOs completely on their head.
Yeah. No real aggro, effort is optional, conflict is cooperative, villains are pen pals.
Sending polite postcards.
Exactly. It's the MMO version of a cozy campfire chat, instead of an epic war saga. Good vibes, chill pets, friendly villains.
And that feedback we got really nailed it. I liked that game. What a change from your usual MMO full of trauma.
It shows there's maybe a real desire for this kind of low-stress escape, away from the usual intensity.
Which leaves us with a pretty big thought, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What does a game like HappyLand really say about where gamers' desires might be heading? Is the future really about removing all the stress, all the effort, or does it point to something deeper, like wanting connection and story, just without the endless grind?
And what does it mean for our idea of challenge? If games start consistently prioritizing comfort, that immediate gratification, over the traditional struggle and the satisfaction of hard-won achievement.
If the risks that used to define these worlds just disappear, it's definitely something interesting to chew on, maybe as you think about your own next digital adventure.